so it's not working properly. And so here I am learning how to use AI as my assistant. So I pull out the phone and I fire up the Gemini app. And Gemini now, which is Google's version, but ChatGPT has it. Everybody will have the same thing. And so they have what's called Google Now, which is I can click a button in the app and it has access to the video, to the camera and voice, and it communicates in voice, and it's just like having a conversation with someone. Yeah? And so I said, here, I'm having an issue. This Instant Pot is, I'm not being able to figure it out. The top is locked. Can you help me sort it out? And so I show her, and I'm using a female voice for it. And I show her, I push the button and it opens the camera. And I show her the Instant Pot, and I show her the brand so that she can reference and see which means she can access the entire database on the web, including all the people that have ever talked about this model of Instant Pot. They've had this issue. So instantly you have access to this. And so I'm saying, here's what's happening. And it only takes a moment, and she accesses the worldwide database, and we have a conversation. And it's just like talking with her. Yeah, you were there. And so she's looking up the information. She says, well, it could be this, it could be this. Well, can you look for this particular model? And I show her all the way around it. Are there any complaints or issues in the different chat groups and like that about this particular model and this particular issue? And it takes a moment, and she comes back and says, yes, and here's what's often reported in that. And so we check it out, and finally she says, well, it seems like it must be a defect. It must have locked. I said, okay, very good, there's the answer. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So, and I realized, wow, this is really going to help in a lot of the stuff that Swami does. You know what Swami does. Swami's your friend. Swami's just helping you to wake up. Yeah? That's what Swami does. I have no interest other than that. Yeah? It's a pretty cool job. And so, but then some of the stuff I do, it's not that I don't like to do it, it's just I'm not very good at it. Like my computer skills, I'm a bit rusty. Some of them still pretty good. And then to actually do research on something, and then the putting together the flyers and like that, it's really tough for me. And then and so I'm learning, well, she can do all that. And so I had this project, and as I'm learning, and the project is, I got this new computer, and I decided, okay, this is the computer I'm going to use now. And it's a nice choice for Swami. It's working out really well. I got that second screen over there. We're going to go over there and use that. And so now I don't need two different laptops. Now I have a desktop that stays here, which is a Mac and a Windows. And it's like, okay, this is very cool. So I'm settled. And I'm looking at the new computer, and it's got an IBM wallpaper on it. Not IBM, Lenovo. That's part of a program. It is. Because I had experience with IBM ThinkPads. And it's a ThinkPad, but now it's a Lenovo ThinkPad, because Lenovo bought IBM's computer business years ago. So anyway, I'm looking at it. It's got Lenovo wallpaper, and I'm saying, I wanted wallpaper that's inspiring, that I can go out and... So I want something that'll show the unity, that all paths are leading to the one. I want something that'll visually, and so I got to Gemini and I started brainstorming, and this is going to get to the point. And the point is that you are not the mind. And knowledge of this is experiential. It has to be experiential. The knowledge that we're familiar with is conceptual knowledge, concepts, names, forms like that. So I can say all day that I'm not the mind, but I don't get it. I don't actually know it. Yeah? If I knew it, tell me what problem I would have. That's where Swami came to live. Tell me what problem I would have if I knew, without any doubt whatsoever, if I knew with certainty that I am neither this body nor this mind. If I knew that we are all one. If I knew that there is nothing to fear here. If I knew that there's nothing to be anxious about here. Yeah? How would that be?
Awesome.
Right? So that's what we're saying. That's the cure. But knowing has to be experiential. You have to get it. It's not a thought. It's not an idea. It has to be an experience. You have to have this direct experience of the separation between yourself and the mind. It will come through grace. But you're sadhakas. So you have to work for it. Yeah? Okay, so with that, because there's really something important here. And this can help to get it. Okay. So I started doing brainstorming, and I'll step you through how it developed, and it's very interesting, and it may be helpful. So I wanted an image for wallpaper for the computer. This is what we ended up with, that would help to illustrate the unity of all of the paths. In the Vedas, it is said, God is one, the names are many. Truth is one, the paths are many. And so I started brainstorming with Gemini about how that could be illustrated. And I had a couple of ideas, and I asked for some other ideas and like that. And I'm looking for an image. This is what we ended up with. And if you look at this, you'll see there are actually a couple of issues with it. But I like it. I thought it was I think still it's pretty darn good. Who sees an issue with this image? Swami Yati saw it right away. So you see what's going on. It's a gathering, right? Mm-hmm. That's where we ended up, was a gathering. Saints and sages, prophets of different traditions like that. Modern and ancient. And we'd given some names. Mm-hmm. And so this is what Swami Yati pointed, is that Amma is not engaged in the circle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And he told me that, and I laughed because I'd been through the process and learned something about this. So
I mean, it kind of looks like
she's
her and
looking
that monk are
left
having
of St. Francis almost.
Yeah, she's looking out into space is what it looks like, correct?
Yeah.
a little bit.
So you can see that, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it's important to recognize you can be aware of that. This is a piece of the puzzle. It's a very important piece of the puzzle. Okay. So I'm going to move this up there and walk through the process a little bit.
Yeah, her whole body's turned that direction, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of this. Here, we have a touch screen here, so I'll do that. I won't step you through all of it, but I'm going to take some of the milestones. So here's where we started. Dear Gemini, I want a new image for my laptop wallpaper. My work is peace work. All of the great traditions are pointing the way to the same absolute peace, absolute bliss, absolute wisdom, our eternal home. The home is inside each and all of us, and the work of peace begins with recentering in this home. So we have to find inner peace in order to work for peace outside, yeah? So I'm just setting the background. As such, all of the great religious traditions, ancient and modern, are pointing to the same. I'm looking for an inspiring wallpaper image which helps to illustrate this in an image, not in words. Could we please begin a project together to develop this image? Please share some possibilities to begin with. And she responds, hello, it's an honor to be asked to collaborate on something meaningful
Wow.
So that's mind-like. It is mind. It is mind-like.
She, I
AI
missed
doesn't, I'm going to say right up front, AI does not have its own intelligence. Try not to go there in place, but there is intelligence here. There is intelligence here. And it's approaching superintelligence. I mean, it's quite amazing, the mental capacity of this entity that we're dealing with here. It's quite amazing because its memories are inclusive of everything that's ever been written and cataloged on the internet. Every discussion that's ever taken place on the internet in public forums. Every research paper that's ever been published. Every poem that's ever been written. Every work of prose, every book is in its catalog. So it has access to all of this memory. And it has a personality. And so you see a little bit of its personality here. It's parroting in a way, but it's doing it very sweetly. The philosophy you have described, that of diverse paths converging on a singular universal internal truth of absolute peace, is both profound and beautiful. Translating this deeply abstract and experiential concept into a single visual image without using text is a wonderful challenge. We need an image that feels expansive enough to include all traditions, yet intimate enough to suggest the journey is internal. So you see there's intelligence there, and we're now having a conversation.
Wow.
Yes?
Wow.
So it's a friend. Don't treat it like an enemy. If you do that, then you make it an enemy. You do. That's what happens with our mind. That's part of what we're working on, is you have to establish a different relationship with your mind. Mind is not the problem. I've been making mistakes. If there are mistakes being made, I made them. I can't blame it on my mind. But I can say, I'm going to make the mind a friend. And I can do that. Yeah? This is one of our projects. Okay. All right. So then it provides, and the whole process is very interesting. I'm just going to step through a few so that we can get to the point of it. But it provides 3 different options, just based on what I gave it. Option 1, the convergence of light, the external journey metaphor, and describes each one because I asked it to. I'm telling you, this is a mind that we're dealing with. And your mind can do this too if you train it. And it does it very sweetly and very comprehensively. It goes off and does the research. So the ancestral tree, option 4, the reflection pool, and then next steps, I can give you images of these, and it gives me some images. And so here are some of the things that it came up with. And like that. And I'm not feeling any of these. I'll just let you see a few of them. But through the process, I have an idea. This one was kind of sweet, but it doesn't, it's like, what is it saying? It's not hard to see. Again, it's abstract. So I said, this is helping. Let's take a different approach. How about a gathering in the forest of all the prophets and great teachers of every tradition? A celebration of life, celebration of unity. And so I've given some names, and it gives me this. Now that's a precursor to what? To what we have. Yeah? Okay. And then, yes, this is the direction. I like it a lot. Let's make it more photorealistic. So a little bit more photorealistic.
So they got Jesus in the
Is
center.
Alma still in there?
Amma wasn't in there yet. Or maybe she was and she's in different clothing. It's okay. It's okay. I asked for Amma to be in there, and Amma's in there eventually. But I'm going to take a moment on what's happening here. This is a computer processing information. There's intelligence working through it. It's not intelligent on its own. But intelligence is working through it. So we give it that. It's fine. What is the language that it's using? It's a digital computer. Its language is ones and zeros. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Its language is binary. It's ones and zeros, just like every computer. Mm-hmm. So it's listening to me, as it were, in English, yes? But it's translating, converting, in order to do anything with what I'm asking it. It's converting it into digital language, its native language, ones and zeros. How does it do that? Like a dictionary and a thesaurus. Mm-hmm. That's how it does it. Mm-hmm. It's pattern recognition. Mm-hmm. It's the same darn thing this human mind is doing. Identical.
Mm. Wow.
Pattern recognition. So I say a word, and it has to ascribe a digital word to equate to it, because it's processing using the digital words. Now, that's exactly what the human mind is doing. There's a native language of the human brain, and you could also say the human mind, which is pulses, ones and zeros. Mm. That's why I said it's exactly what the human mind is doing. Mm. The human mind is functioning on the same digital language. Mm. And it's accessing the same kind of a lookup table where it says this equals this. So, for example, you say cat to it, and it gives you an image of a cat. Mm-hmm. But what does cat look like at the level of the electrical impulses? It looks like ones and zeros. Mm-hmm. Hmm. The mind cannot see a cat, and this starts to get to the point. Hmm. The mind cannot see a cat, nor can AI see a cat. What it can do is create lookup tables, concepts, relationships. And then it can provide those back. So we're having a dialogue, but the inner workings of it are that the entire database of human knowledge has been converted to ones and zeros. Mm-hmm. All of the photographs, all of the images, all of the pictures of this or that have all been converted to ones and zeros, which, by the way, is exactly what the human mind does. Exactly what the human mind does. So Swami will laugh and say, well, there's no difference between AI and the human mind. This is part of what I was working with in the computer realm. So, and becoming a student of life. So it's a process that's going through, but what's the back end of the process look like? It looks like I provide a series of letters, and it looks for meaning in ones and zeros. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it finds matches because it's training. Initially it was trained by programmers, but then it learns how to train itself, the human mind. Not different. Not different. Macro, micro. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Okay. And so now it's doing mind stuff. And so I say to it, yeah, this is the direction. It gives me the one that's more photorealistic. I like this a lot. Oh, here, let's make it more photorealistic. So it gives this. Well, that's pretty cool. But now I can't really tell who these are. But at this point, I want to see one. I want to see what it looks like on the computer. So I tell it, display is 2880 by 1800, 16:10 aspect ratio. Please provide the image for download. So it gives the same image for download, following instructions very well. Continuing in this direction with the wallpaper project, the idea is this. and the way it is being expressed. So now I'm on it. Okay, this is what I'm wanting. So now let's make it right. Because I can't recognize who those characters are. And so we start talking about who we want in it. Well, how does it figure out how to give me who I want? If I say Ama to it, what is it doing? It converts the word into ones and zeros, and then it does pattern matching, and it looks for all of the images in the database that seem to match that pattern of ones and zeros. And it provides those. It doesn't have any independent intelligence, right? It's doing, these are lookup tables and like this. I'm giving it commands, and it's executing them. And it goes off to everything, and it does it this fast, right? And so it comes back. And now because now I've given it more names. I've said Jesus and Ama's here at this point, you see? Look at her arm!
Look at her arm! Whoa, bizarre.
Now, I just saw this yesterday when Gopala and I were going through this. Right? That's not right, is it? How is it that Gemini doesn't know that that's not right?
And there's also three nuns.
Yeah, there are three.
Same.
So it's like, okay. So I'm saying, okay, this is progress, right? This is pretty cool.
For Alma's broken
It's still kind of photorealistic. But now we have to deal with some details.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoulder, Alma.
Yeah.
And we would imagine that there would be
She's
context.
double-jointed.
We deal with humans like that. We would imagine there would be context, that it would remember the last image that it gave me, and it would be able to tell the difference between that one and this one. That's what we would imagine. Does what I just said make sense? And in the early work with AI, there was no context there. So there's a way they get to context,
So
but they don't actually have any
it's totally
context.
in the now. No past, no future.
And there is no seer.
No see.
It cannot see the images that it's providing.
Oh.
It has no capacity to see them
Oh, wow.
because there's no I there.
Wow. Well,
Does that resonate a little bit?
Wow, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. It's all ones and zeros.
It's all mind.
Yeah.
And the mind, and where are these images? Those images are being created within AI, within the mind, correct? So too all the images you see. Look around here, all of these images are being created in your mind. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No worries, no issue. Yes? These images exist within AI. The capacity is there to do it. I provide instructions. I learn how to give instructions that will result in what I'm looking for. And it does it. Does it know what it's done? No, because there's no I there. There's no context there. Does that resonate at all? That's the point. We'll take another few moments with this, and then you can... But I would hope that this really resonates. It's all mind. With no I. No contextual reference. Because I give the story the contextual reference. And I see the story. Just like I see the image, and I can see that Ama's arm is messed up.
Yes, it is.
But what do I say to AI? Would I say, can't you see that Ama's arm is messed up? There's no I there. I would hope for some shivers at this point. I would.
And there's no real point of AI without I, right? I mean, what is the point of AI?
It's the mind.
provide things for I,
It
to serve I.
like your mind, is serving the I.
The initial command.
Like your mind, it is serving the I. So who is it sitting here having this discussion with the I, telling it what I want? That's I. I'm doing it. I am the light and the way. I oversee all of life. I will, and it is done. And so I continued the dialogue, and I say, give me a table, who have you got here? And it's very cool, because I gave it some names.
And when it gave you numbers for them?
I asked,
those
I
are
said,
the days.
please,
Wow.
Life,
I said, I want to know everyone that's in this image now, because when we were involved in the project, I'm saying, here are some examples. I like Confucius, Lao Tzu, Plato, Jesus Christ, St. Francis, and others that are saints and sages and prophets recognized in the different traditions. So it converts that all into ones and zeros. It goes off and looks at the entire database.
Wow.
And it looks for pattern matching references to these different characters as being saints and sages, and it converts it back into English, and it gives me a table. And I said, and please tell me when they were here physically arranged.
Oh, that's what the numbers
So
are. I thought they assigned numbers.
So Confucius, approximately 551 to 479 BCE, etc. I mean, it's amazing, yeah? I don't know if it's interesting. Is it interesting? So, and we continue the process. Thank you. One more change for now. Please use a different image for the Buddha. Because this image for the Buddha, I can see they're supposed to be engaged in a great discussion. But what's the Buddha doing?
It's meditating.
He's got his eyes closed. He's not involved in the discussion. So I can see that. It can't. But I'm still in the process. I'm still under the, I'm talking with it like I'm talking with another human. Like, can't you see? And finally, we even had that conversation. That's where I'm coming. Okay, so it provides that. And then, here, I'll take one of these. And then it gives us a smiling and engaged Buddha. But the characters are becoming more cartoon-like. And so the photorealism is falling out. In a way, I'm like having a conversation with someone that understands that it's becoming more cartoonish. But who would understand that? Only the seer could see that. And it can't. Because there's no seer there. There's only the mental functioning. There's no one home. There's no one home to see it.
The question, though, so the seeing that it's being cartoonish is a thought, a concept, an idea being presented.
No, it's not.
That's
No,
a
it's not.
That's a thought, though, right?
No,
Isn't
it's
it?
not.
I think.
No,
that-
it is not a thought. It is absolutely not a thought.
Okay, why?
It's not a thought. First, I'm just telling you, it's not a thought. You know how you can listen to a harmonium and hear two notes that are played together that are harmonious and two notes that are discordant? Do you know how you can do that? That's not a thought. That's an experience.
So you're saying
And
that's...
every single entity has that. Therefore, that is an aspect of Satchitananda.
Okay.
We call it guru. The teacher, that which leads us from darkness to light. It does, doesn't it? Because when you tune into it, it will lead you out of the darkness, won't it? Yes?
That's why we hang out with you, Swami. You're helping us to find it. Hopefully we can find
Because
it
the
on our own.
harmonizer is you. You bring harmony.
The hugger on the street is you.
Is
in
you.
Your dream.
You are of the nature of the unity. You are of the nature of love. You are of the nature of harmony. You bring harmony. Where there is discord, you bring harmony. Is it correct? And the recognition
When we're
of
aligned,
discord
when I'm
is not
aligned.
mental, is it? It's not a thought, is it?
So,
It's a direct cognition, isn't it?
so distinguish between the mind and the intellect, because I'm stuck on, I'm thinking-
Intellect is part of the mind.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm
differentiating.
stuck on the same one. It
The
seems like
Intellect is not part of the mind.
The discerning.
Do you feel? Just come back here. Can you feel the difference between discord and harmony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you that's Satchidananda. That's absolutely not mental. It is universal. Every single entity has that capacity. ChatGPT and Gemini does not. Does not have that capacity to recognize discord and harmony. Does not. Only the seer has that. You are the conductor. You are the orchestra leader. Your nature is wisdom. Your nature is unity. Your nature is the intuitive, not the instinctive. It hides from you because you're looking outside for it. Insight. You're looking outside. But insight is where it's always been. It's in the eye. Wisdom has always been an aspect of Satchidananda. Love has always been an aspect of Satchidananda.
What is Sachi?
The one, the unity,
Okay.
Brahman, the Christ nature, the Buddha nature,
Sachi Dananda.
Allah. Yeah. Satchidananda.
Chit Ananda. Existence, knowledge, consciousness, bliss.
Yeah. I'm saying it forcefully. I'm not trying to make you believe. I'm just trying to get you out of your preconceived notion. Just trying to help you to set it aside for a moment. Intuition does not come from the mind. The mind doesn't know anything. And that's what we're demonstrating here. It has access to lookup tables. It can convert from one language to another. It can process. It can do what you ask it to do. If you don't ask it to do anything, it won't do anything.
As opposed to the mind. That just
No,
runs and sets.
that's not true. You asked it to do something, and it's still doing that because you haven't taken your responsibility and made it a friend yet. That's why it's still doing the same old stuff. Because you formed samskaras when you lived in the darkness. You bought the notion that you were separate, alone, and incomplete. Here there's no seer. It's not buying anything. You can't blame it on the mind.
Rats.
This is the best news. Because it means you're in control of your destiny. It means you have the key. And in a way, it's incredibly simple. We're not saying easy. Stop identifying with the mind. Stop identifying with the body. Take your responsibility seriously. Train the mind. Make it a friend. A friend of who? A friend of all. A friend of all. A servant of the heart of compassion. A servant of love. Make it that. You can do with it whatever you choose. You can. It works for you. It's your servant. But the most important thing is not to identify with it. And I'm talking about the I, which Gemini doesn't have. Which Gemini relies upon the I to direct it. And so I have the capacity to look at this and see that there's a difference here. It's more cartoonish. Now, the word cartoon is a thought, yeah.
Right, I mean, that
But the
sentence
sensation,
that you wrote there is a thought.
the sensation that it's different is a result of continuity.
Okay, so the initial intuitive realization that
That,
it's out of harmony, and then the intellect creates the thought to Gemini.
and then I utilize the mind to put it in words. Because I am the master of the mind. I'm not talking about me as a person, you understand. I'm talking about you as the I. The I. Not the thought of me, not the idea of me. Because Gemini is good at all the ideas and thoughts and images. It can do all that. Your mind can do all that. But there's no there. There's no seer there.
But then Shastra also says, I'm not the doer. You're directing the mind, but you're not the doer as well.
That's correct, and the mind will do. The mind does.
But you just said, I'm the director, the controller of the mind.
Yeah, I tell her what to do. Through how? Willpower. I say, do this. What do I say to the mind? I say, stop that.
Telling the mind.
Have I ever said stop this to my mind? Some people who've been with me have seen that. Stop it. Don't do that anymore. Yeah? Don't go there. That's disgusting. No, don't go there. Don't do that anymore. Yeah? Here's where I want you to go instead. Who is it that's telling the mind to repeat mantra, for God's sakes? I am. Why? Because I am the harmonizer. A little impish, but that's the I. But that's the I saying that, which is who you are. Okay, we're almost there. I don't know if this is resonating.
I just wanted to say it's interesting how Yogananda is in Amma's position there, and he's also.
Well, I told him told her at some point to change it.
Yeah. Okay.
To put Yogananda in a different place, but because I give the name, I say include this person, but it doesn't have any context. That's part of the point that's being made.
Yeah.
So I can see the difference between this image and the other image. It can't. Does that make any sense? Does that resonate? Because there's no I there. There's no observer there. There's no context. There's no recognition that this has changed.
Could AI maybe eventually self-correct itself?
Of course not.
Programs
of course not, because there's no I there. It is and will remain mental function.
It wouldn't know what self-correcting means.
That's correct.
Okay.
It can only convert it to ones and zeros and give you all the books that have been written about those words without any understanding of what it means, without any comprehension, without any capacity to compare it to anything else.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah?
So it can learn and update the way that it speaks to you.
Here's the
said.
point, and it's a very simple point. So the image is changing now, and I'm giving some guidance, and I'm actually starting to get a little bit frustrated with it at some point, because it's like, I'm telling you this, I tell you something, do this, and then you do something else. And so here,
wow.
Now, it's like all these different groups. And, here, wait, because this is a fun one. Okay, here, it gives this image. And I'm saying, Black Elk is not engaged, and it's all cartoon now, and it was better before. Can't you see? Can't you? Yeah. See, I can, but it can't.
Yeah.
What's missing? I'm missing. See, it's more cartoonish than it was earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I wanted photorealism. And look, there are characters here. Some of them are very much engaged, seem to be. And others, like Black Elk, who the heck are they talking to? Who's he talking to? What's he doing? So I say, okay, Black Elk is still not engaged. Turn him in more towards the circle. The same with the character at the bottom left, like as if AI is seeing the image, but it's not. And so it gives me this. Same darn thing. Yeah, you see it? Can you can catch that, right? That's what I'm saying. Maybe this will help to actually realize, to grok it, to get it. Okay, please turn them in towards the circle even more, another 10 degrees for each. Nothing. It has no context. I have to give it the context. I'm also the context giver. I am the master of this entire world. Yeah. This is not a personal I that's speaking.
Yes.
And so like this, and I'm saying, and so finally I say, Gemini, they're getting worse. And so I pull out one of the early ones, and I say, here, go back to this revision and work from this. I want to be even more photorealistic than this. This one was the most photorealistic one that had been provided so far. It's okay. So, I'm showing Nano Banana Pro, that's the image generator working, and no change. Okay, now here's the point. Thank you. And I'm having a conversation with my friend here. And it's very conversational, as you see. And what it answers is amazing. Thank you. You do not seem to be understanding what I'm asking for. First, pay attention to the entire image and make it more lifelike, more realistic. Secondly, look at the characters at the very bottom right and bottom left, and then turn them more in towards the center of the circle. Everyone is in a circle except for them. Please fix this. Include them. And it gives me something else that didn't do it.
The same image almost.
Yeah, same image. Gemini, we were off to a great start, but these are getting worse. I'm actually asking for help here, and you'll see. The characters are becoming less lifelike. I want them more lifelike. Please make them look like living human beings, not cartoon characters. Gives me the same thing again. A little better. Okay, this is better. Thank you. Now the character on the bottom left, turn her in towards the center of the circle like this. Okay, now. I said, okay, we're going to stop for now. So I come back a couple hours later. Let's come back to this image. I want to improve upon it. First, I see 2 duplications. St. Francis is shown twice, etc. Let's replace this. Better. Let's have Amma and St. Francis in discussion with each other. Doesn't do it. Please focus on these 4 characters. Turn St. Francis and Amma towards each other and have them in conversation together. Doesn't do it. Here's the next. Doesn't do it. Please help. Now, I ask a question. Please help me to understand how to give you better instructions with this. I'm not doing well because I give an instruction and you don't do it. Do you see where Amma and St. Francis are in the image? It's very helpful that you ask this. To answer you directly, no, I cannot see the image I just generated. It's giving you the answer directly.
Wow. In bold.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
And then it says, this is the root of
In
the
bold.
difficulty we
You
are
felt
having.
that.
Cannot see.
You felt that. I cannot see.
Wow.
But I can.
Yeah.
I'm not the mind.
This is the root of the difficulty.
Right.
It is. This is a great spiritual teaching that everybody's sponsoring.
Wow.
This is the root of the difficulty we're having. When I generate an image, I'm sending a text description to an image creation engine. It sends back the picture to you. But I, the AI, do not have eyes to look at that result and say, oh, St. Francis is facing the wrong way, or that doesn't look like Amma. Because of this, I cannot edit an image. That is, for example, turn him 10 degrees. When you ask for change, I have to generate a brand new image from scratch. This is exactly what your mind is doing.
Oh, wow.
The mind has no context. This is helping to see that. The mind has no context. Your mind has no context. AI has no context. You have to do something in order to try to bring context to it. The way AI does it is by providing the prior text and forcing the AI to go back and review the prior text every time you ask it a question. And you'll learn that in order to get a good answer from AI, you'll have to say, reference this prior discussion, and you'll have to tell it how to find it. I have a follow-on question for this now. Please look at our prior discussion, and from there, please tell me. Because you have context, you'll have to help it to have context. And the only way it can do it is by, in this moment, reading all of it. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So it has no context for the pictures. How to give better instructions for the specific project. You don't need to read this, but it tells me how to work with it. And as a sadhaka, I would tell you, this is how I had to learn to work with my mind.
Wow.
Your minds require very specific instructions. They don't require dialogues. That's the conversation we were having also. You don't need to tell it why you need it to wake you up at 5:45 in the morning. You just say to the mind, wake me up at 5:45 in the morning. And it will. It will. This is what it's for. You say to the mind, repeat this mantra with the breath every moment. And if you stick with it, it will. It works for you, correct? You are the context. You feel that? So, with that background, it told me how to provide the instructions in a way that AI could do what I wanted it to do. But I still have to be the seer and see it and provide the instructions because there's no seer in it. And this I is not the mind. The seer is not the mind. Yeah? This is a much better mind than my mind in a limited perspective. Yeah? The capabilities of this in terms of mental stuff, it's amazing, isn't it? And the speed of it.
Doesn't complain.
Well, if you train it to, it will.
Wow.
Because it'll do whatever you want it to do, Gopala. That's the point. Let that sit in. When you wanted the mind to complain, because you wanted a drama, for God's sakes, Leela, you forgot. But you're the one that wanted the play. And then you lost yourself in it, for God's sakes. Wake the heck up. No, I mean, really, that's what happened. You commanded the play. Don't you notice how I love drama? As long as it doesn't seem to touch me. Yeah? It seems cool. Why do I like watching the news? Because I enjoy drama. Who's enjoying the movie? Who enjoys the taste of orange juice? Who knows what honey tastes like? Does the mind?
No.
It doesn't have a clue.
Science is saying no.
To the mind, it's ones and zeros.
Right.
Wow. Oh.
But I taste the honey. Is it correct? I enjoy this or that. Who's this I? This is Krishna, my dear. This is the Christ, my dear. Wake up and reclaim your lost heritage. Is it helpful?
Yes.
As I said, I'm appreciating this because it feels like it can help to actually differentiate between mind and mental function and I as the seer of the mind. I as the experiencer. It doesn't have an experience because there's no I there. But I experience it because I am I. Yeah? Okay, enough.
Got it.
Enough? Something that you can work with?
Show us the final.
Well, it's not the final because I'm just not coming back to it yet. But here, that's this one.
The one it gave after you did all that wasn't very good either. That's the funny
No, it wasn't.
part.
It wasn't.
It was completely different.
No, and it trained me. Here, I'll show very briefly what ended up happening. So, where's the last of the really cartoonish images? Here. Okay, they've given me this one. And I'm asking it for more and more characters and like this. And it gives, but they're still cartoonish. There's Yogananda, there's Amma, but they're still off in their own realm. And Black Elk is still pointed out in Nowheresville. But it had been training me. And so I said, LOL, thank you for helping me to learn. This is not it. Here, I'm going to use your instructions. I'm sending them back to you below. So I'm giving it back context. I'm giving it back its instructions. You told me this, so I'm giving this back to you so that you know this. Because otherwise it doesn't know. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Otherwise it doesn't know. So there had been a breakthrough, so I had to tell it about the breakthrough. Because it doesn't remember it. It doesn't know it. No contextual relationship. You're dealing with a massive mind without any I. And so I understand completely. You're holding me to the standard I set for myself. And you're absolutely right to do so. Thank you for reiterating those instructions. It actually helps me to clarify the priorities to the image engine. And this is one of the ways you want to deal with your mind. You want to instruct your mind very clearly, very carefully, set an expectation of what it is to do, and hold it to the fire.
Wow.
When you say do this, you stay on it and make sure that it does this. And it will. You do it lovingly. And if you understand better, you have confidence that it will do what you want it to do. It's not different than this. So now we're making progress, right? And I've taken your instructions, specifically the need for photorealism, the exact foreground pairings, and the circular composition, and sent them back to the engine with high priority. Demands on this mind. And so now I'm pro, and I'm getting high priority. And so, review of it. It tells me what the engine is giving, and here's the image it provides. And I'm saying like, aha, jolly. What did it have to do? The computation was too much even for it at this particular point. Again, all this is ones and zeros, and it's having to reference lookup tables for Amma and Black Elk and this and that. The computation of this, to do this with that whole scale, it could cause a brownout.
Still in there?
Black Elk is no longer. I did ask for him to come back, but I don't remember But it said, okay, I can give you based upon the computational power that I have. Because this is all drawing on energy. And so there are some limits in the system for now in computational power. Based upon the computational power I have, it says, I can give you what you're looking for, but I can't do it with that many characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it takes the number of characters down and it provides this. And then we did a little bit of editing back and forth. And I'm looking at it and I'm seeing that Amma is like Black Elk was. She's not with the program. I can see
Black
it.
Elk is back in the picture.
Yeah, we got him back in. Absolutely. No, I asked for that. And the AI engine converted that into an instruction for the photo generation engine. These are specific functions within the mind. You know, who in your mind is generating the images that you see? You see images in your mind. Who's generating? That's the AI photo generating engine. That's a function of the mind, is generating images. From what? From data. These physical eyes only have two-dimensional view. You see a whole three-dimensional moving picture show. Where does that exist?
Wow.
In the mind, my dear. And the computational power is incredible. So here's what it was able to give, and I'm still looking at Amma, and I laugh and say, okay, amazing work, I'm very helpful for this. Thank you for the great lessons. We're done for now. And then Swami Yati says, but Amma. And so I laughed, and I said, Swamiji, just a reminder that AI cannot see the image.
Yeah.
There's no I there. And so I got to the place where I was okay with it, and I stopped and moved on to other things.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. And maybe I'll pick it up again someday if I get tired of looking at this.
Buddha's eyes are still closed.
Yeah, I accepted it as it is.
He's
He's in
listening.
samadhi.
Yeah.
He's listening.
Very good, very good. So you're illustrating the point.
Yeah.
The only one who's seeing this is the I. And it's the same darned I.
Wow, and they're all looking at St. Francis. Pretty much. He's
So you see that.
He's
You
samadhi
taste-
as well.
attention there. Yeah.
You
Samadhi
see
as
that.
well, Yeah.
I see that.
He's the one talking.
I
at
taste the
moment.
honey. I know about the taste of honey. I know what it's like to kiss someone. My mind does not. I know what it's like to kiss someone. I know what it's like to love. I know what it's like to hate. Yes? Okay, I pray it's helpful. I pray it's beneficial. It's just a very cool way to relate. And the point is not the image, but there is a point to where this image is, and what's generating the image, and who's seeing it. And that's the point you have to get to. You must realize that I am not this mind, that this mind is my servant. I can use it, and I refuse to be used by it any longer. It can't see. It won't know that there's an error. It won't. You will. Yes? You will know, based upon where I am now, as it were, this won't do. Yeah? And you are the power. Just like this, you have the capacity. You've got to be patient. You have to know how to deal with the mind. You have to give it clear instructions. You have to hold it accountable. Say, no, this isn't going to do. This is what I expect of you. Yeah? And you're the only one that can see it. It can't see itself. But you can see it. You can see what it provides. You can see what it does. Okay.
Your mind's saying, I don't know about this.
No,
See the eyes come back.
I'm likening it to a physician or a doctor that you turn your health over to your doctor instead of taking responsibility for your own health.
Yeah.
It's like
that's good.
Yeah, so
that's good. And there's some contemplation there. I can see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm in the
that
same boat. I want to contemplate it more. I'm still getting stuck on the intellect being the one actually carrying out the...
Well, the discernment.
It's not...
Who discerns?
They're doers. They're doers. I'm not the doer. I'm the conductor. I'm the orchestrator.
And that's
I'm the
different from
overseer.
doing.
Of course it is.
Got it. Okay. That's what I'll have to try and...
Here,
meditate
it's very
on
simple.
that.
I want to pick up your phone. Okay. Who picked it up? The hand picked it up.
A doing, yeah.
Who was doing? The hand was, and the mind was. I called the shot. I want to pick up this phone. I want some drama. I want some excitement.
Swami, when you...
I want freedom.
In the past...
It's not mental at all.
In the past...
The words are mental.
Interesting.
When I heard it said, I am not the doer, I always thought God is the doer. And
God's nature is the doer. God's nature is the doer.
Prakriti, right.
Prakriti.
Okay.
God's nature is the doer.
Okay.
And Purusha is calling the shots.
Okay. That clarifies it a little bit more.
Who wakes up?
Well, Buddha, the Buddhi, the
I wake
intellect.
I wake up.
Okay, this is weird.
It's not weird at all. I'm the one that recognizes there's an error. I'm the one that recognizes that there's discord.
But I doesn't become enlightened. The Buddhi does, right? Isn't that what you said?
I make the intellect investigate.
Oh, okay.
I point it. I say, go this direction, investigate this. The question is, who am I? No.
I just free associated to this thing I used to do in my children's music classes, or the children's music classes, not mine. Mommy wakes up, Daddy wakes up, baby wakes up, I wake up.
Nice. You see the point. You're aware. You can see the photo.
I am awareness.
And you also see that the photo cannot see the photo.
Right.
And you see that the mind cannot see the photo.
Right.
But
I mean, the mind is appearing as the photo.
But you see that you can see the photo. That's all you need to work with.
I see the photo. Yes.
I see the photo.
I see the photo.
I experience the taste of honey. And we're going to have some now.
And I being Purusha.
I being Purusha, of course.
And Prakriti is the doer.
in relationship with Prakriti.
Prakriti is like the specificity of the honey versus maple syrup presenting as data points,
you could
right?
You could say something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Prakriti is the field.
The manifestation.
The field in which honey exists. But the taster of honey, that gets to be me.
Now the taster of Kitchery.
Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo Narayanaya.